Hey, 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 how is everyone doing? I am here because I am nearing our final hours of our Cyber Monday deal, but I wanted to come up here and talk a little bit about speaking and demystify some myths that we all need to be considering as we're thinking about growing our businesses, amplifying our message, and delivering a bigger impact. I don't know what your favorite subject is or was in school, but mine was science. I absolutely love science. Second to that was English, but I love the experiments. I love seeing things grow. I love making hypotheses. And I love getting to a place of just realizing the processes that are already in place with nature, with how our bodies work, and how it all works and fits together. Well, speaking is very much like an experiment I remember specifically in school. We were given, I think they were beans. And we were given beans, and then we were given the instructions of how to help nurture it to grow. And so, of course, we had them in, I believe it was like a paper towel type thing where they were kind of wet. Then we would place them in water. And if we followed the instructions properly and consistently showed up every day to nurture that seed, it would begin to sprout. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't know if you remember that specifically, but it is such a great analogy to even consider that as we are looking at our businesses, as we're looking at our businesses in relation to the speaking and training that we have. And so I want to ask you, I asked a question today in our legacy speaker community, who in the next 72 hours is going to be pitching their topic? And for the most part, people said they were, some of them said they're not, but they're going to reprioritize it. And some people said, I'm not even sure where to start. Well, where to start is creating that signature program and understanding what your messaging is and how you're going to package your expertise and using that messaging to consistently show up to water the seed that you have. And when you're looking at just that experiment as a child, as I remember us taking the time to patiently wait for that sprout to come up from that bean, it's the same concept when it comes to speaking. The problem is that many of us aren't patient through that process. We feel that we must have instant gratification. And anything that is of value, you're never going to have that, right? We have to consistently put in the time and effort in that. So just like you put in the consistent time and effort to show up on lives, just as you put in the consistent effort to maybe email your people, it's the same concept that you need to take with your speaking. So I want to ask you, how are you creating the environment for your messaging and the impact of your programs to truly flourish? Are you creating that environment? And one of the first steps is creating that signature program. And people come to me specifically for that because I have a gift, and my zone of genius is helping you package that expertise into a program, whether that be a keynote course or workshop that's impactful, that's transformative, that will make it clear as day on why you should be the person to be selected on speaking for that very topic. And I've got this amazing Cyber Monday deal that will allow you to work with me where we can actually build out what that topic is. Now, what makes this offer particularly special is that we're going to package your expertise into a signature talk, and that could be a keynote, it can be a course, it can be a workshop. I have done all three in my professional speaking career. We're going to package that up so you have exactly what you need for the marketing assets that you will be creating, that you will be using when you're submitting your RFPs and your speaker abstract proposals. But in addition to that, our time together will also be used for me to help you create exactly what you're going to be doing when you're presenting. So, are you going to be asking any particular questions? How are you going to keep the audience engaged, whether it be virtual or in person? How much time should you spend on particular areas of your information? What activities should you include? Essentially, what I'm creating for you is a lesson plan. Now, I could do this with my eyes closed. Why? Because I spent many years in academia building out lesson plans on really difficult topics. And when I first started speaking and getting out into the speaking world, I had to create that environment for that bean to sprout. So what I did was I focused on my area of expertise and I created transformative programs on my expertise. And I created another one that was aligned with it and another one, right? But the way that I taught in the classroom, the way that I was teaching in the clinic, or the way that I taught my patients was completely different when I stepped out on a stage and was speaking from the stage. And so to have the educational methodology background that I have with working with patients, working in a clinical setting and teaching in that environment, teaching in a didactic environment, and now knowing what it's like to create transformative experiences on the stage. It's not a theory. It's actually something that I've done. And I've helped other universities with their programs and helping others create impactful messages and transformative programs. So I highly encourage you, if you know that you need to create that environment for your speaking to grow, you've got to start watering it and creating the foundation now. It isn't something that you wait. People are booking into 2024 right now. And if you know that you want to take speaking to the next level in 2023, the foundation needs to be set now. And you need to consistently show up for that now. Now, a lot of people are hesitant. They're like, whoa, 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 that's a big investment. Yes, it is, especially if you want to be in a place where you are closing 5 to 6 figure contracts. And you can only get there unless you know how to package your expertise where it actually makes sense and create transformation for the audience members. And so my speakers aren't speakers who are speaking just to speak. They're not hobbyists, they're professionals. And they're either using it to either grow revenue on the front end of their speaking, which we all want that, or they're using it to grow leads and they're going to build revenue on the back end of their speaking. I have clients who are closing out 15K contracts, 95K contracts, $3,000 contracts, what have you. And so for you, I want you to ask yourself, if you had a program that you can go out and share it and do it, rinse and repeat over and over again, 3K or more, the investment that we're giving right now for this opportunity to work with me, is it worth it for you? Right? Is it worth it for you to be able to have a program like that that creates transformation, that proves your authority and your level of expertise? And if it is, if you're ready to get that clarity and get the packaging right for you so that you feel more confident in the negotiation of why your program is necessary for that event organizer or for that college or for that B2B corporation, this is a phenomenal opportunity. So create that environment right now. You should be pitching your heart out. I talk about this all the time. You should be pitching your heart out, sharing your signature speaking program. And if you don't have one, I'm going to highly encourage you. If you know that you're not into the group programs, if you know that you want that undivided attention for 2 hours and to have myself and my copy coach sit down and actually create exactly what you need for what's going out forward facing, as well as what's happening behind the scenes when you're actually speaking, reach out to me. Send me a DM, send me the word speaker, and I'd love to talk to you about our incredible Cyber Money deal, which is ending tonight, Monday, November 28th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.